Does this shit work? I think we're good. All right. Good, guys. Good, Ryan. Yo, let me ask you, Ryan. Do you think this looks better in terms of webcam or that? So this, so this is number one. This is number two. Number one, number two. Number one, number two. I trust you guys. Bro, this guy joined at 9:50 and said bias. What about, hey Gaddy, how are you? It's always biased, man. It's always biased. No one cares. No one cares about me. Two, definitely. I appreciate you guys. Cleaner lighting? Okay, good, good, good. I'm good, Dammy. I'm good, Dan. How are you? What's good, Kill? How are you, bro? Bias. Now, I'm so confused. The macro is 950. Anyone who said 945 is incorrect. Now, sometimes what happens is the setup forms around 945 and then the macro distributes, right? So you can still look at 945 because it's going into the macro, but the macro starts at 950 without question. Bro only wants bias and then leaves. See Abu hit him bias. Yo, bro, what's good? What's good, MB? Tomorrow CBI, is it okay to trade? Yeah, you can trade. It might be a little slow, but the edge will still present itself. What's the bias today? I'm neutral, but I want to see bullish. Something similar to that. Bro only wants bias, then leaves. Bias now. Good morning, Alien. Bro's playing hard. I'm gonna give bias. I don't want to repeat myself every time, so I give bias usually at like 925. I got the haircut. I can finally think properly now. Yeah, I got the haircut. Feels good. Feels good. Feel like a new man. Good glow. Winning big because of the haircut. As long as I follow all my rules again, I think we'll be fine. When we took all these sell side pre-open, wait for sell to be taken after open as well. I'll discuss that. I'll discuss that. Don't worry. I'll talk about what normally happens when you see something like this. Premium daily CB low is 2205. 22050. I'll talk about bias, guys. Don't worry. I'll be trading. I'll be trading. I think either just dump. There's probably some news. Someone probably said something. Okay, so CPI is tomorrow. Got a lot of move in Asia. Could mean a slower morning. However, we did take previous day's low. So we took previous day's low on ES and we put it in an SMT, okay? We have an SMT at previous day's low. When this happens, two scenarios I'm going to be looking for, one or the other. Very simple, very simple. Um, the two scenarios are very simple. Either we're going to leave London low protected and this SMT is going to hold, in which case we should see a pretty obvious long towards Asia highs. I prefer this scenario because we're below midnight open and we're inside that weekly city upper quadrant. So if you're looking at the weekly time frame, that weekly fair value gap, we're in the upper quadrant. I don't want to see that get respected because I think this is going to inverse. So that's the scenario I prefer. I'm going to look for signatures of that are going into 9:30. Scenario 2 is, well, we get really bearish order flow, which will be quite obvious. It should be going fast if the scenario is going to play out. And we just take out the equal lows here. And we put a lower low on the day and a lower low in previous day's low. Obviously, up or down, the only two scenarios, but it's very specific. If we hold this low, I'm expecting Asia highs. So we have a lot of room to work with before Asia highs. And if we respect this fair value gap, we also have, a good amount of room to previous day's low. I prefer the long because we've already, like I said, we're below midnight. So we've been in discount for a long time. So I prefer the longs. We put in a low and we got the CISD above. I prefer this being protected. I know we left equal lows, but this is an SMT. So I'm favoring the long and I want to see us respect that upper portion, that 0.75. Personally, I think because we put in the SMT, it's showing that we're probably going to go higher. I'm going to have to repeat everything I said. I know what's going to happen. I'm too early. That was too early. But that's basically what I'm thinking today, guys. I'll repeat it. What's good, Ryan? I'll repeat it all. It's all good. Let me just put this in my journal. Where's the snipping tool? So I'll just take a screenshot of this real quick. I'll cover bias. Just let me give it some time so I don't have to repeat myself. I'll cover the exact plan. Give it some time. Give it some time. So I'll save this. Save it as Tuesday. So pretty clear. Stock market's up yet again. Let's see if we're up another 1% today. It's going up pretty slow. 0.04%. Well, that's not much. Before you proceed to your brokerage account, please review the following tasks. Provide information about the manner of order entry. Fuck that, bro. I guess we're up 0.04% today. I thought Google was up pre-market. What happened? Oh, that's yesterday? I misread it. Yeah, I guess everything's like neutral right now. Whoa, I mean Tesla's still going up, but it's just recovering, right? It's still down pretty significantly. I think this might be a sell-off. I don't know. We're up 0.05%. Didn't Tesla get a downgrade? I don't really ever trust those downgrades. What I actually like to see is when I think the stock is going to be bullish and they keep setting downgrade targets and it goes really cheap. That's like the best thing ever. That's how I caught my best ever trade. Yeah, I swear it is, bro. My biggest ever swing trade was Palantir stock. I don't think you guys even know the fill that I got on this stock. Mind you, I only 2x my portfolio, but I got filled like all the way over, bro. Not even. I missed the move of a lifetime. This could have like retired me, bro. I got filled at like 16. This is where I got filled. I was in this trade somewhere over here. Like I got in at like 15, 16. And what I liked about it was the earnings were good. They had good projections for the future. And they kept setting downgrades. This is what I liked. They kept setting downgrades, but the price was not going lower. So, uh, can you do subtitles? I can only do subtitles after when the stream is posted. So every stream I take, it gets posted onto YouTube. So that never gets deleted. Um, Anyways, I got filled here and I sold it around this high. So I made a decent amount. But obviously, it's pretty crazy. And that's what I liked about it. They were setting a lot of downgrades at that time, but price was not going lower. So in my opinion, that was really bullish. I'll cover bias. Give me 3 more minutes, and we'll do a full breakdown of what I'm expecting today. We'll do a full breakdown. Aim to be on dub. What do you mean dub? I prefer the SMT with ES since they're more often correlated. It's gonna sell. It's gonna like yesterday. Oh, I don't full port. I'm not a good full porter. I'm gonna be honest. This is Nasdaq futures. Yeah, yeah. There is equal lows. Oh, you're talking about even higher. Okay. There's equal lows that previous day, but I personally want to see this hold. We'll talk about bias in a couple minutes. That way I don't have to repeat myself. Um, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who do, like guys, we'll say something. For those of you who don't know, we're running a giveaway in the Discord, and there's only 5 more days to get in. We're giving away this full trading setup, PC, which is better than my own PC, monitor, and chair. I'm giving away all this. Any account purchased from now until Monday or Sunday, actually, I can add you to the giveaway if you use my code. So just send me a message on Discord. If you use my code with any Alpha Futures account, I will add you into the giveaway. We'll announce the winners after trading on Monday. You have to DM me, just DM me some sort of proof. I don't know, the name on the account or whatever. Can the PC run Roblox? I'm pretty sure you'd probably be able to run like 4 Roblox, bro, with 4 different monitors. Do we get free cuts? I get free cuts for life, bro. Best investment ever. Let your best friend be a barber, bro. Let your best friend be a barber. The best investment yet. I tell him what stocks. Am I allowed to say this? I don't advise him, but I give him a little sneak peek at what stocks to buy, and he cuts my hair for free once a week. You make out with your barber? Only on Wednesday. It saves a lot of money. Dad, if you prefer London protective, wouldn't that mean Monday low week? It's possible, yeah, but with CPI like could do anything, you know. We still have a lot of volatility in the second half of the week. How will you send it to Serbia? International Mail Express. I have no idea. Can you guys not receive deliveries? I know it's gonna be sent internationally. Internationally. So it should be fine. We can send it unless you have a country with, I don't know, maybe they're blocking your shipping, or if they can't accept stuff from United Kingdom or something. Can you show your statistics for the last 6 months? Yeah, bro, I got you. I got you. Got you. So last 6 months, as you can see, 100% win rate, 50% gain. It says verified. The track record is verified at the top. You can see it says verified. You can see the P&L. I've made 25,000. You can see all the way from December to March, 100% win rate. So this is by the course. It says verified at the top. You can see it says MetaTrader, real. It says real. Yeah. Consistent growth. Yeah. Yeah, I know. The course is only 1,000, so if you guys are interested, if you're not serious, you're not serious. If you're not serious, you're not serious. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? I did my part. No, but I can't show you stats for 6 months. I don't know. I don't have the information you're looking for. And you're probably asking because you want to know if you can trust a signal. Don't signal me. If you have to ask, don't do it. How many spots are left, bro? 2, 3. It's only one more spot, but whenever someone joins, I add one more spot. That way, I can keep people in. One spot left, but as soon as someone joins, another spot opens. Unlimited money glitch. And by the way, in 1 week, it's going back to 20,000 regular. So right now, 80% off. 80% off. All right, let's talk about bias before it's too late. So I told you guys about the giveaway. I sent you 30,000 for the course. Can you answer my text? It's been 2 weeks. I hope you're joking, because that wasn't me. 80% off what? No, I was just making a joke, Robert. But anyway, the person who asked about 6 months, yeah. If you're asking because you wanna copy, just don't copy. I wouldn't recommend anyone copy me, but obviously some of you will. Last 6 months, I mean, the best track record you can see is on my YouTube. I've streamed every day for the last 6 months, so that's for you if you want it. Now I did it for me, but if you want to go ahead and see yourself, you can go ahead and see. I mean, let's talk about bias. Let's talk about bias very quickly. So, like I said, there's two high probability scenarios. Obviously, we're still bullish higher time frame. That hasn't changed. I prefer longs today. No, I don't stream on the weekend. Just for trading days, I mean. I prefer longs because I want to see us invert this weekly bullish fair value gap, and we're inside that upper portion right now. We did take out previous day's high, and so far trading below. But I'll tell you guys why I prefer longs over the shorts. But there's basically two scenarios, and both scenarios will be at least offered most likely a protraction model towards once it becomes really clear, which is why I kind of like this price action. First things first, I will say CPI is tomorrow, and we did have a move in Asia. So I guess it's possible we stay sideways range bound, but I wouldn't expect it. I'd expect us to take either London lows or Asia highs. I prefer Asia highs, and I'm assuming this low will be safe because a couple of reasons. One is below midnight opening, meaning we're in deep discount. We've been below midnight opening for quite a while, and this low is way below midnight opening. It also took out previous day's low. There's an SMT at previous day's low. So SMT at previous day's low, we're below midnight opening. We have a CISD from that level, which we're trading back into right now. So in my opinion, the probabilities are in my favor to assume it's the protected low. In which case, any move lower, we could potentially look for a long targeting midnight opening price and potentially Asia highs. If I'm wrong, it should be quite obvious. It shouldn't be giving me a clean reversal model after, sell side or something. So if I'm wrong, price will just go to Asia highs. I mean, sorry, take out these London lows and previous day's low. In which case, if I start seeing something like really aggressive like this, well, I can just take one of the legs down and I'll have to change my bias. So I'm going to primarily be looking for order flow to guide me, but I am slightly leaning towards the long side. So if we do see that setup, I'll be a little bit more confident in taking it because, again, below midnight, deep discount, CISD from London. We're already taking previous day's low on ES, put in the S&T. To me, that means bullish. So that's what we're going to be rocking with. So hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm saying like I'm ending the stream. I'm not ending the stream, but I am minimizing the chat because I do want to focus on my trading. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the Discord or you can ask them after my trading session in which I'll open chat. Once I have no more trade management required, that's when I'll open up the chat because at that point my trading is basically terminus. So that's it. We're locked in. So opening price, New York. Let's mark out opening range gap. Pretty small, but we can go ahead and mark it out. It's your opening range gap. We trade above 830, take out the short-term high. I want to rely more heavily on the macros today. I also need to be more aggressive on these accounts, so we take the high. Looks like we will get a CISD. I'm going to remove the 0% marker. This is your opening range gap. New York open is obviously the high. So this could be a change in the state if we get closure below. I don't think I would short it towards 50%. That's a scalp idea. This would be a classic model, but it's not my style. I prefer waiting for the macro. Because remember, my bias is still kind of neutral, if I'm being honest. I kind of have to wait and see. I will quickly glance at the YM and see what it looks like on the 15. Quite similar. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see if we get the CISD here. Again, for me, it's not an entry signal. I'm looking at 50% opening range gap as the immediate draw on liquidity right now. I think we'll probably get there pretty easily. Already at 25%. Think of this opening range gap as a fair value gap that forms every single day. It's pretty much always there. I think it overlaps with your new day, somewhere in here. So quite nice. So we put a lower low inside that 15-minute bullish. That's what I'm looking at. So remember, for me, criteria for long, I just need to see a move back into discount. I mean, this qualifies. This is a breaker. Not the cleanest breaker, but low, high, lower. It's somewhat there. We did put a lower low inside that 15-minute bullish. And I see it breaking 25%. I kind of want to wait for a first presentation before I even think about taking anything. Ideally, I also wait for the macro. Like I said, Asia highs, midnight opening. This is a liquidity void. So working with something like that. If we close above here, that would be a CISD. A little bit too aggressive of a trade for me, for my liking. So what would I want to see right now? To be honest, I wouldn't take this as a reversal model, but I wouldn't mind seeing a protraction, maybe with first presentation or something. But right now, a lot of overlapping, higher, lower, higher, then lower, then close higher, and then higher, lower. Now it looks like lower. When you see the signature at 9:30, just wait for the macro. This means no good classic model is going to form. At least the probabilities are not in your favor. So it's best to just wait, be patient, let the opening range do its stuff. See, look at YM trading higher, ES trading somewhat sideways, and NQ is making a lower low. All three indices are out of sync right now. Just wait. Just wait for the macro. 50% opening range gap is coming. We're going to put in first presentation very shortly. I mean, hopefully. It'll look something like this probably. So, we'll see. What are these candles? 30 points. We're going to have to swap to the micro last minute. So what we want to see right now is first presentation get put in. If it doesn't get put in, it's still sloppy. It's still just going to be sloppy. It looks like it might just close up. We want to see it get put in. Opening range gap. I know it's quite faint, but we're almost at 50%. Let me just double check that I marked it correctly. I don't want to give false information. So closing, where are we at? So yeah, I marked it incorrectly. Right. So closing price right here of that candle, opening price of this candle, that's your opening range gap. So double checking, we did reach 50% there. This is a first presentation. This could be a double perch classic model, buy side, sell side, inverse first presentation towards the high. I like it. There's S&T down here as well at 50% opening range gap. So if we get a nice inversion here, could be a nice long. Kind of depends on the risk to reward though. And 2R is right there. It's not even bad. 1.89. It really depends on the fill. Because I mean, you could squeeze out some RR. You can squeeze some out. All right, there's a lot to aim for. So we'll see. The reason I like it is because the 15-minute fair value gap in there as well. So we'll see if we get the inversion here first presentation. This calculator to load. We'll see if it inverses first presentation. That is the inversion. I'm going to hover the buy button, but this is opening and immediately printing. So I was thinking about buying as it ticks down, but that was way too fast. That was so fast. I didn't even get a chance. So we'll see if it goes higher. I wanted to buy it. I wanted to buy it as soon as it ticked down, but this candle literally, like, in 1 second did that, and I didn't want to get spread up. So we'll see if we can get somewhat of a better fill. This could probably be a breakaway. So criteria for long is met. I'm looking for it because we have a good partial level in these equal highs. These equal highs. Just kind of want a good fill. Okay, we put in a wick. We're coming somewhat back down. I don't have to just de-risk on it slightly then if we're going to get a slighter worse fill. The risk reward is not that good anymore. That's why I'm not entering this. So I need RR. Unless we put our stop at the top of the first presentation fair value gap, expecting this to be a breakaway. Even then, still not the best RR. Like if I did this, still only 1R. We'll just have to wait for a protraction model. That's fine. We just have to wait for a protraction. This is too fast. It was just simply too fast. That's all it was. Too fast. Yeah, we kind of just missed that move. It's okay though. It was too fast. There's not much we could do. I had to I either take a bad fill, which I know I'm not gonna get the best risk to reward on. Like if I took that entry, I would have been filled like this. And then 2R is all the way up there, which I don't need 2R, but the first partial is 0.8. That's way too low. But this is really going now. First buy side level is over here. We'll mark that out. But again, my target's midnight opening price. That's more of a soft target. If we can get a protraction model, I'll take it. Protraction, we just have to wait for a retracement now. That was a really, man, if you managed to click buy on this candle, like if you got a fill somewhere in here, well done. Really good fill. That would have been the easiest 2R trade. Like if you imagine you got a fill right here. Well, it's not even 2R, but I mean you could have easily gotten it. You have to be really quick. It's not easy to be quick. I have to calculate the risk. By the time I calculated the risk, it was too late. 34 times 10. 34 times 10. 40. That's not correct. Because the fastest way to calculate risk is still kind of slow. We're at the high of the weekly CB there. I want to see that use of support. That was a tough one. That was a really good trade. That was a really good trade. It's fine. We can't let it affect us. We just look for a protraction now. We still have midnight open. We still have Asia highs. That was a double perch classic model. Or it's called the inversion. Nice, bro. That was fast. Nice. Well, yeah. I guess you didn't really have to calculate risk. You just did the 1 minute. Yeah. I mean, I should just enter with 2 and then figured it out. To be honest. Should just enter with 2. I'll take a protraction though. Two minute is quite nice, but we'll just keep out the 1 minute marked out. Yeah, do we fix the rule? Yeah, I mean, I did it. It was just too fast for me to click buy. By the time I was ready to click buy, like by the time my cursor was here, the candle already slipped up. Like that's like giving up almost 1 R just in that candle alone. So just a risk reward thing. And if it's gonna go to midnight open, it'll give me a protraction model anyways, right? That's why I have is that second model, because I know it'll probably, if it forms, then I'll just get a reentry, you know. So we get to the weekly CB high there and start breaking down. See if we get another entry here. It's been 8 months me watching guys live now. Yeah, it was a classic. I mean, I literally said I was gonna buy it if it inverses. It inversed. I moved my cursor. I have to calculate risk slightly, and it went. Seems like it's breaking down now. So it doesn't look like we're gonna form a protraction right now. Because if we invalidate that fair value gap, which, yeah, we just inversed, so someone's going to short that as a pattern. It's not going to be me, but it looks like we'll probably take out that low. It was a good idea for presentation. I mean, it delivered, right? It delivered very easily, so. Right? Extreme wick, like I said yesterday, I'd aim for the body, so -1 would easily hit. Back into first presentation. The only way I could get long is if we have an inversion here. I need a blue box. I don't have any blue boxes. So if we can get an inversion here, I could get in long. The only way. It would be so nice if we get this inversion. I would be very confident in the trade because we hit OTE, first presentation. If we get the inversion here, again, I'll be a little bit quicker this time. And we have 55 seconds now. Let's say our fill worst case is over there. A 30-point stop. 30 times 2 is 60. 60 times 10 is 600. We could barely get away with 2 minis on this account, but on this account I'll have to do 6 micros. So we're looking about 2 minis, 6 micros. Wait, that's not right. 6 minis, 2 micros. Say we get the fill around here. Stop at the body, 25 points. 25 times 2 is 50. Gee, by the time I calculate the risk, fucking grabs. You basically have 1 minute to calculate risk. Doesn't look like we're gonna get the inversion anyway, so no biggie. We still could, but I don't like that it wicked like this. In fact, this is my model forming short. I'm not gonna take it, but but yeah, let's say we got a fill above here. 25 point stop. 1,000 divided by 25. I mean, it's a 2 micro trade to risk 1,000. So it'll be like 10. It'll probably be like 8 to 10 micros. Or 2 minis. I want to see this inverse. We have an SMT here as well. We're also going into the macro. What the hell is YM looks awful, man. If anyone's trading YM, I'm sorry. But to be honest, it's on you. Why would you trade the YM? I'm grading that wick. If we get a nice closure here, I might just execute. Like even above 50% might be a good buy signal. Just be aggressive on the 15 second, for example. Like if we inverse the 15 second, yeah, 50 seconds is probably the best one there. Kind of getting slow though. It's getting quite slow. I'm watching the 15 second. I want to see first signs of bullish order flow. 2 minutes until the macro. We do invert the 15 second there. Quite aggressive for me. We'll see if we get the closure above the body on the 15 second. I don't mind being a little bit more aggressive on this one. Stop loss will be a soft stop this level. Closure below this level. So like we can't really put a stop. Like not a hard one at least. Yeah, looks like we'll probably take this. We already got the 15 second inversion, so if I wanted to be aggressive, I mean I could just execute the trade. We didn't even close above 50%. I'm gonna be a little patient on this. I'm watching how the next candle prints. Yeah, I don't want to just FOMO into a trade. Small bullish fair value gap here. Like we didn't technically get the inversion, so I mean I'll wait a little bit. We got the 15 second, but because even if we get a fill up here, it's not even bad. We start seeing speed through. Is there a 2 minute? Yeah, there is. I like the 2 minute inversion more at this point. It inversed on the 1. I'm hovering the buy button. I think we'll take it here. I'm getting in long inside that 1 minute inversion fair value gap. My stop is a closure below this red line. SMTs at the 50% opening range gap level. And I'm looking for midnight opening as a target. Opening range gap is 939. I mean, sorry, midnight opening is 939. Oh. All right, we'll see if this inversion holds. I don't think we inversed the 2 minute. So, I mean, something to think about ever so slightly, I guess. Obviously, want to see speed above this high. We're inside that macro. It's a good trade, right? I'm happy with this trade. I take this trade every time. Remember, SLs are where my stop loss is. Just soft stop, like it's not a sip. I'll close it manually if we close below the inversion or this body. It is getting kind of slow when we should be seeing speed. Okay, well, seeing a little bit of speed there. We do put in an SMT. I want to see that SMT break. So watching the ES. The SMT gone. Ideally, we see a bullish fair value gap in here. We can put a hard stop here now. So very low risk on this trade. Like we're only risking half R now. We do get an immediate rebalance there. We'll see if that holds. Doesn't look like, oh no, I see it closes below. I don't like that. We'll give it a chance. I like my stop placement. We could get it down at 4.8. Remember, this stop right now is 0.5. Yeah, half R. So we're half risk more than normal. I don't like the speed in which I'm seeing this come down right now. But as long as it respects the inversion and doesn't invalidate the trade, shouldn't trade to that lower portion. We may get out here at 0.5. Yeah, I'm out on the account there. Alright, so minus 0.5 R on that trade. Maybe it was a good trade. That was a good trade. Good risk management, good trade. I wouldn't change anything about that. I don't mind re-entering if we get another protraction from this fair value gap. So we'll see. Still inside the macro. So one loss, half R. I'll probably just risk half R on my next trade as well. No, I probably won't do that. There's no point. Let's stick to 1R. If we inverse this fair value gap, there isn't really a protraction that can form. Yeah, it inverts that fair value gap. So it doesn't make criteria for a protraction. Pretty sloppy. This may stay range bound. The fact that this didn't continue, we may take out this low, but we also may stay range bound. So I think for now, just stay on our hands. Be patient. It's starting to look like it may not be expansive. It's starting to look like it'd be just typical before CPI, day before CPI situation. I just want to see whether or not we take this low. But I'm trying to think. We probably just want to wait till 10:30. Maybe we get the better trade. We do take out a short-term low here. If we get an inversion here, I wouldn't be opposed to giving it one more chance in the 10 a.m. hour. Another first presentation tap. Back into that opening range gap below New York Open. Actually, no, we never touched New York Open. If we get the inversion, I'm going to try it again because we haven't invalidated this low. I'll probably only risk half though. So 23 times 2, call it 50. 50 times 10 is 500. So call it a 5 micro trade. I mean, on this account, we're going to be aggressive, but on the alpha, we'll stick to half risk. If we get the inversion here, I'll re-enter with half risk. Risk, because I lost half R on the first trade. Good trade management. I'll risk another half R. Should be fast though. Like unless it's going fast, then I'm not gonna trust it. Like I would only trust it if it only showed me that it only came down here to take the low and then distribute going into 10. To me, that makes sense. Let me see a nice 10 a.m. candle. And this is just the opening range. That's fine. Nothing wrong with opening range like this. So we'll see what 10 a.m. does. But it's starting to look like maybe not so much. We would have to wait for this low to get taken before anything significant happens. Like when you see something like this, that your best setup would probably be if we take out this low and then get a reversal. But let's see. 10 a.m. opens. Initially trades lower into that volume imbalance. Speaks at 4 p.m. Check the stock market real quick. It's pumping slightly. Nvidia's down a bit while everything else is pumping. That's quite rare. Tesla's still going up. It's kind of hard to trust this inversion, but if we can get good risk reward on it, I'm comfortable taking it because even that's like 1 hour just to that high right there. So let's see. I wouldn't be opposed because 10 a.m. could put in a nice candle. Just doesn't quite inverse there. Our original trade idea wouldn't have stopped us. Remember, I said closure below the body, but obviously I trailed my stop there because I mean I should. It's a good trade management. The probabilities of the trade playing out when it comes all the way down here is quite low, and I'm just trying to trade with the probability. So that was a very good trade earlier, by the way. Would 100% take it again. We even got a pretty good fill inside this wick. I want to see if this inverses. We may try it out one more time. If it does, on the premise that 10 a.m. could potentially expand. I mean, it should at least take this high if we get the inversion. So if we don't get the inversion there, I won't be able to execute this trade. Not with good risk reward. All right, I'll do your band, bro. You can control on TikTok chat if you want. We didn't get the inversion, so to me, yeah, the fact that that failed right there, Priest is probably gonna go sideways still. I don't mind trolls, bro. Just troll on the TikTok chat. You know? And I wasn't reading chat. I had to press the record button. Yeah, nothing here. Not really anything here. It's really slow. It doesn't have to appear in both assets, no. I mean, I only use it on NASDAQ, but you can work out the one on ES. You missed your entry 2 rubes? Yeah, it was just so fast. It was so fast. Tomorrow isn't CPI? Yes, it is. GG's for him. I mean, yeah, he can join the TikTok community. I'm probably gonna opt out of here till 10:30, guys. So I don't see myself taking any setup in this till 10:30. So we're gonna have to be a little bit patient. Someone said 11:30 lunch macro. Yeah, took the same second trade but broke even when it took previous swing high. Nice, bro. Good trade management. I have a question. Trading PM? Yeah, always. I have a question. Yeah, nice. PH trash. It's difficult. Like realistically, this still could be your protected low, and then it plays out to midnight open. That's not the kind of trade I'm looking to take, though. Like if it's gonna be that sloppy, it's gonna be too difficult. Why are there 2 arrows here? Does anyone know? I don't know. Who knows? What is going on with PA? It looks like it's gonna be waiting for CPI, perhaps. Not really. I mean, sometimes Pierre. Sometimes Pierre. But I more just kind of break down the chart, see what works. Yeah, I mean, we we have Trump speaking later. We also have CPI. We have CPI tomorrow. So I'm thinking this could be maybe dead till lunch. But it also could just be a slow move higher. It's possible. It's possible it's just a slow move higher. I mean, this low could still be protected. So but these candles are too slow. So unless we start seeing some more like volume, like just look how slow these candles are printing. They're printing with 8 points. And look how slow they're printing. ES inverted, I'm shorting. Yeah, ES inverted. S&T at the highs. I mean, I wouldn't take it, but if you want to argue it's a protraction, can you send me your trade? Yeah, you can always send trades, bro. You got to break even? No, this is not break even. This is a half R loss. Where? Anywhere in my Discord or DM me on Discord. Yeah, we took one trade. We got stopped half R here. Enter on this wick. I didn't take any partials, and then came back, stopped me half R. How do you even avoid these profit? Just leave, you know. Just manage your risk, like I did, and leave. You know, except I took half R. That's an amazing loss for me. That's half as much as I would have lost. You know. And it could have been even better, realistically. I could have even maybe argued a break even here, or putting the stop here, which would have been, at that point, 75% risk reduction. So I could have done that. But I opted for the low of that inversion, in case it was a little bit sloppy. So I put it at the low of that inversion. And that's it. I'm about to go to sleep and wake up to a loser break even. I don't trade. I'm not going to change my model. I don't trade pre-market. So no, I should not have traded pre-market. I don't trade every session. It's very simple. I trade 9:30 to 11:30, and I trade 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is so easy. I can do it on my phone, in the gym, or when I'm playing basketball or whatever. Like, it's very easy. I don't know how people swing trade without anxiety. Just lower your risk, you know? If you were swing trading risking $50, would you really care? Probably not, right? Oh, nice trade, Lori. You bought it inside that first presented. That's nice. What do you support from the NBA? I want. No, yesterday's PM. The model did play out for 1R, but I didn't take it because it was just too small of a range. It was like 4 point. My stop would have been 4 points. I would have been targeting 4 points. I would have had to enter with like 10 minis to even make a difference. So I was like, there's no point. Rooting for in the NBA. Usually, like, my favorite team is Detroit, but I don't know. If Giannis goes to the Raptors, then I'll be rooting for the Raptors all year next year. Maybe wait for inflation. Yeah, I mean, for me, the best thing that can happen is if we take out one of these lows at 10:30. I like Detroit. I like the Raptors. Could be a Tuesday high of the week. Could be, but I am personally still bullish. Damn, Detroit, that's tough, bro. Why is everyone hating? What's wrong with Detroit? I like Kate Cunningham. You're gonna be live? No, I'm not gonna be live, but I will do the exact same thing I do, which is post it in the Discord what I'm gonna take. Kate is tough, bro. Kate is tough, man. I think he can win an MVP in like 1 or 2 years. My TP was midnight opening price. I was expecting expansion. I was wrong. 3-4, maybe, yeah. I mean, how much R would have been the first trade? Why am I bullish? 15-minute Sibi. 15-minute Sibi does not mean bearish. If that's how you're going to get your bias, it's going to be very hard to find profitability. I don't know. That trade was around like anywhere from like 2.5 to 3R, depending. My stop was, if I go to the hard stop level, it's 2. But my stop wasn't here. My stop was a candle closure above here. So like I would argue like around 2.75. I know it says 3, but if it was to wick through, you know. So probably like 2.75. What is that? What was that the notification coming up? Oh, how do you think it'll go? I think it'll go to midnight opening price. It's just a matter of when and how easy. First one, not this one. That was the first one. I didn't take any other trades. Oh, the first one. Oh, the first, the one that I missed. If you took all your profits at this high, 1.8. If you aim for 2R, then you could have gotten 2R on the same candle. So at least 1.8. How do you mark out standard deviations? Lowest low below 930 open. If there's an extreme wick, I use the body. So that would have been -1. So right now it's this. To be honest, the wick is not too extreme. So I'll just mark it out like that. But also mark out your fib extensions. Yeah, what are the pros of the advanced accounts on Alpha? What's the difference? Advanced accounts, a little bit harder to get payouts, but you get benefits like it's immediately 90% split. There's no consistency rule, so you can go all out. You can trade with news. Pretty much it. But it's a little bit harder. So unless you've gotten like a couple of payouts, like me, I still stay with the standard, to be honest. It's just a lot easier on the standard. So I'm just happy with the easier one. But there's no consistency, so you could technically go crazy. Why is it harder? It's no buffer on standard. It's not that the advance needs a buffer, but the minimum payout is $1,000. So you have to make, I guess you kind of have to make a buffer on the advance. You have to make 2,000, so you can request 1,000. But there's no consistency rule. So if I was trading the advanced, what I would do is very simple. My first trade, make it an A++ trade, risk $500 for 2R. As soon as you make that, then you're just trading and you're done. It's simple. It's simple after that, you know. So it's not really harder. You just kind of have to add that one step and ideally win. That's how I would do it. I mean, that's just me personally. Are you not trading the inversion? Hell no. Not after seeing this. Like I said, I'm gonna be waiting till 10:30. I'll be waiting till 10:30. Not trusting this. If it wants to, but if it just wants to rally and to go to midnight opening, all right. That's not my trade. There's no way. I missed it then. So what? It's all good. I'm not gonna take every single inversion or whatever that forms in this. This is awful. Unless we can take out a low and get a clean manipulation at 10:30, and I'll trade that range expansion. And I don't want it. I don't want it. I'd rather just watch it go without me, and that's okay. I'm not trusting anything in this range. So we just wait. I'll wait till 10:30, frame it around that opening price. Why 10:30 and not 10:50? If it doesn't form at 10:30, I'll look at 10:50. 10:30 is the next key time I'm looking for. Wordle, fast one. I'll have to wait till after. I have to wait till after. I gotta keep the charts up. The inversion is just supposed to be confirmation, not the whole reason for the trade. Exactly. What's the reason for 10:30? At 10:30, I'm expecting a new range expansion. So on the regular trading hours, 10:30 is a brand new candle open. So for example, yesterday, this candle right here, 1030. Look at the amount of range we put in. I mean, it's only 75 points. Okay, it's not that much of a range, but you get the idea. It's just because it was a small range day yesterday. For example, look at 1030 over here. Look at this 1030 candle, guys. This 1030 candle is like the biggest candle that formed in the entire day. So at that specific time, once we open, I'm expecting a range. Like not ranging market, but like a certain high and low to be put in that's somewhat expansive. So I'm trying to be a part of that range expansion. And I think it's way easier to get like a nice 1 to 2 hour trade. Where can I see your models? All on YouTube. You made a Discord? Nice, bro. Discord is good. Do you learn from ICT himself? Yes, I watched all of ICT's lectures, most of them multiple times. Is it good to trade the day before CPI? I mean, you can get stuff like this. Is it good? Is it good for who? For me? For you? Depends. So we'll wait a couple 15 minutes till the new macro. I mean, not the macro, sorry, 10:30. And like I said, if it just goes higher and higher and higher, I don't really care. Then we missed the move. We had the right idea. We managed risk. It was sloppy, but it delivered, and we move on. You know, very simple. What's the session times? UTC -4 in New York. These are the session times. Session times, not kill zones. Sessions. These are the session times. Is it smart to trade tomorrow or not? If you're not experienced with CPI, I probably wouldn't. Can get very risky. Do you come on YouTube live every day? I've been live every day for over 1 year, brother. But I am going on a trip in 2 weeks. I'm gonna go take a trip, 3-day break, 4-day break. Even me, I believe I'm gonna take a trade because big. Take a trade, big. Yeah, if you don't want, yeah, you don't have to. Where are you going? I'm going to a beach house. It's like 3-4 hours away. Trip to where? I'm staying in my country. I'm just going to a beach house. It's like 3-4 hours away. Going to a beach house. And location. Can't really read direction. Yeah, there is no direction. Sideways. Taking any trades during the holiday? Yeah, I'll be trading on my laptop or phone. Have you been abroad? Yeah, I've been abroad. Are you from Canada? Yes. I love watching it consolidate. It's so fun. Yeah, man, this is fun. This is fun. It's called patience. Patience game. Whoever's most patient wins. Think about it like that. At 10:30, want to see a move lower, look for protraction. Either or. Ideally, we take out some sort of low and then move higher. That would be like A plus. Think of 10:30 as the same you would 9:30 or 10. That same idea. How do you pay you trade live accounts or props? Both. How do you pay taxes? Your payouts in Canada? I'm in Canada too. Whenever you make any money on your own, you have to keep track of it. So all the payouts, whatever you make money from yourself, you have to keep track of how much you make. Because there you have to let them know. You keep track of how much you make, and then you gotta do your taxes, bro. Save some money. Don't spend all the money you make, because tax season will come. How do I add a TP? Did it self stop? No. Self stop is a stop loss order or a stop buy order on a low. And what if you don't let them know? If you don't let them know and you made somewhat of a significant money, they're gonna come after you, bro. I just got on stop my trade. That's tax evasion, bro. What's the method? I ain't trying to give him all my money. The method depends how much you're making. If you're making a lot of money, I'd recommend opening a corporation or an LLC, in which case you can pay a little bit less tax depending on how much you make. It's probably worth it. The other method is to write off as many things as you can. So for example, if you guys don't know, by the way, if you guys don't know this, beyond me, you know anytime you purchase an eval, you can write it off if you're making money from trading. If you take a payout and then lose it back, if the money gets put into your account, yes, it counts. But if you're only making like in Canada, if you're making like 15 K, like 20K, you're probably fine. Anybody want tips on taxes? Read a book called Loopholes of the Rich. Tells you all taxes tricks. What percentage you pay from? If you have an LLC, I don't know. I think it's 25%. Are you talking about Canada? 15K a month? No, I mean like for the year. I'm saying if you're not making that much money in 1 year, you don't have to worry about it right now. Yeah, you got to put yourself on payroll. Yeah, that's the most important part. But if it hits your bank account, it counts as income. Which your country has similar tax? No, you do not, bro. No, you do not. No, you do not, bro. Canada has the most taxes in the entire world. The most, not the most expensive taxes. We're up there, but we have the most things that are taxed, bro. I didn't say most percentage. I didn't say most percentage. I said most things taxed. I didn't say most percentage. We don't have the worst percentage. Oh, way worse than California. Yeah, Germany has really bad tax. France is bad. Norway's bad. Most of the European countries are not the best. I'm gonna be honest. It's expensive to live there. That's why they want people to come, bro. Come to Norway. We'll give you free education, but we'll tax you on everything. Yeah, yeah. No, you guys are right. Norway, Germany, Belgium, Spain, France. Spain, France, not as bad. I mean, I wouldn't know. But when I said Canada has the most, I mean in Canada they have the most things taxed. Like they tax the most. There's the most, not the most amount of tax you pay. Which, by the way, it's really bad. I think we're still like top 5 or top 10 worst in the world. But it's like the most things taxed. You know what I mean? Like they tax everything, bro. You take a breath of air, they fucking tax you, bro. So it's the forex. You get, I think you get some futures benefits if you tax. Anyways, 7 minutes till 10:30. I think we should switch to forex, bro. Who's we? Who's we? I've been trading futures for 2 years, but I'm not switching to forex. Yeah, Germany's bad. Germany's really bad. Feel lost? Should I buy Powell Trades course? I don't know anything about his course. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It might give you a good model, and that's great if you want to trade. If you want to trade his model, sure, you can go learn it. The win rate's pretty low. I think his win rate's like 10 or 15% or 20%. Um, but it's not about the model, man. It's really not about the model. If you feel lost, no model is gonna save you. No one who's a successful trader has ever said, "Oh, once I learned this one thing, everything clicked." No, man. What needs to click is your attitude. That's all. That's the only thing that needs to click. His win rate was 60. His win rate was 60 probably when he showed it. But I'm pretty sure I've heard him say his win rate's 20. I mean, that was from someone told me that. So I'm not 100% sure. What happens when you take everything through crypto? It doesn't matter because the crypto is going to hit your bank account. Eventually, you're going to have to get taxed. You cannot evade it. Crypto payouts will not stop you from getting taxed unless you're getting some like non-regulated, something non-regulated. In which case, they could just take your money, not pay you, and you can't do shit about it. So you tried, man. You just need to keep losing. Now I can 100% confirm, Nova. The entire issue is up here, and it has nothing to do with your model. I can almost 100% confirm. Oh, thanks, Hyper. Appreciate you, bro. Go to Spadano, they cash you out on crypto. It doesn't matter if you cash out on crypto. Are you ever gonna take that money out? Eventually. Otherwise, how are you gonna make money? And then you get taxed anyways. What do you think about this price action? I think you should be patient to 10:30 or 10:50 macro. When's the giveaway? The giveaway is still live. You have like 5 more days to enter. W Hyper, appreciate you, bro. Hyper. You ever been to Spain? I haven't been to Spain, but I'll go to Portugal. I'm happy they won. You can pay with crypto for some services, no government. Maybe, yeah. How to get payout on 50K account? I have a video on that on TikTok. If you find it, it's honestly a really good video. Trump is willing to remove tax on crypto, but I don't know how true that is. That'd be crazy. I'm getting confused with macros. Why are a lot of people saying 45 to 15 instead of 50 to 10? It's because those people didn't watch ICT and they don't know what 45 to 15 is. They just made that up. Have you been to South America? No. Guys, I've been to a couple places. US, Italy. That's it. I ain't gonna lie. Did you watch tennis? Not really. I like playing tennis. Can you tell me how you mark the key level so quick with one movement? You gotta save templates. When I draw a line, I have all these templates here. Are you Arabic? Yeah, I'm Arab. Alright. We'll have to lock in here in 3 minutes. Where are you from? I'm Iraqi. How do taxes work with futures? I think it only really matters if you get a live account. I just think when you report that you're trading the futures contracts, you get a little bit of a tax advantage. He said a couple places, US, Italy. Oh, no, that's it, yeah. But I've been to a couple places in the US, if that means anything. New York, California. That's it. I guess I haven't been much, bro. Props in 1099 in US, I believe. I had 3 alpha accounts and I was up 500 on one of them. Right when I started copy trading all 3 of them, I ended up trading one mini, lost 520 bucks on the account, so they all the same now. There you go. New York is the best. Yeah, New York was nice, to be honest. How old are you? I'm 22. Do you speak Arabic? A little bit. Can I send my crypto to Dubai and receive it back in cash as a gift from my friend because the gifts aren't taxable? Yes, but you can only make so much in gifts before they start asking you what the hell. You know? Are you just consistently getting like 10K gifts? It's sus. It's super sus. Is there a limit to Top Step funded? What do you mean a limit? 5. You can have 5 accounts. Your max payout is 5,000. Is it worth visiting New York? If you like traveling, yeah. PA is like that. I want to keep jumping down like a tennis ball. It's just being. This is just time distortion. It's just waiting. Maybe for CPI, maybe for the macro, maybe for lunch. I don't know. Is a daily limit to how much you can make? There's no daily limit to how much you can make. That's it. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I mean, if you live in the US, you can. Yeah, there's a bunch of states you can go to. This guy Hyper gave me the membership on YouTube, which I think is like $1. I don't know how much it is. I think it's $1, but and he just said nothing, bro. Like, bro just wanted to show love. Thank you, bro. I'll work on getting some emojis or something for you guys. When you want to move out of your country, they ask things about taxes and your money. Like you're trying to like it depends what you're moving. Like is it a trip or are you moving? Like you're switching countries. You can't just switch countries. You're gonna need a job, and you're gonna need all the job information and the visa and everything. You can't just like leave and go to another country. Tax payout is 5K per account. Yes, maximum. Too focused on taxes, become profitable first. Wow, man, that's just unnecessary. You don't even know how much I make. Are you bearish or bullish? We set previous day's high a while ago. I want to see longs. You speak Arabic a little bit. You speak Arabic a little bit. Yes. You ever thought about trading on Twitch or Kick? Nah. That's like too many trolls. I already have to deal with TikTok. I didn't find the video. I just want to know how to deal with consistency. Just go for 2R trades. That's the easiest thing you can do. 2R. You have alpha futures. It's super easy, brother. Risk 100 to make 200. Win 3 trades. Take a payout. What's mean Nitro? Discord Nitro? It's like a Discord premium, basically. Like you get extra features on Discord. Guys, get a funded account after you on the payouts, reinvest in bigger accounts like 200K to get them funded and move to another country. You can't just move to another country. It's not that simple. Any trading psychology books you recommend other than Trading the Zone? Yes. Market Wizards. Market Wizards is really good. I need trading signal channel before I do my own. Need copy trading? No, you don't need copy trading. Okay, 10:30 open. Thoughts on quarterly theory? My personal thoughts is it's just rebanded power of 3. Quarterly theory only works when it aligns with the power of 3, which is pretty much every model, to be honest. How good and tradable is option binary trading on? I have no idea about that stuff. I trade futures, smart money concepts, and my model, and that's it. See the buy side here, be a first target potentially. I'd prefer us come back and take some low. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, Splish. You done for the day? No, I'm not done for the day. I don't get paid to promote. I wish I got paid to promote. That would be great. Alpha Futures is the best firm in my opinion, but you don't have to use them. You know, you should just look at the rules. If you don't like the rules, then don't do it. But they have the best rules. Um, if you don't like Alpha Futures, you could try Top Step. Top Step's probably the second best, and then you're looking at stuff like My Funded Futures, maybe Apex. FTMO is good. They're quite expensive though, in my opinion, compared to the other firms trying to make it up. Alpha Futures and Take Profit's pretty good too. I heard, yeah. You've paid the rebuild 4 times, Caesar. Caesar, that's the fact that you survived 4 months is really good. But don't do that on an eval, bro. You gotta do that on a funded or something. Yo, does anyone here get take profit payouts? How do they work? How is it one day? Do you need a buffer? And then anytime, like let's say you have a buffer on take profit. Does anyone know? Am I gonna have to do research? It's a buffer. Your recent bid on a Po3 was very beneficial. Is there a consistency rule? Because if so, I could just pass the account and then in one trade go for the buffer, or no, can you not do that? $2,000. Is there a buffer? Is there a what's it called? Is there a consistency rule, or can I just risk 500 for like a 4R trade off the rip? It's buffer and consistency rule. No consistency. We're getting mixed signals, guys. What's going on? Oh, it's a funded Caesar. This shit is choppy. Yeah. So be patient. That's why I'm reading chat right now. No consistency. Alright, I'm gonna have to check. No consistency unfunded. Okay, so you guys are telling me I can get a take profit account, pass it, and then on the funded, as soon as I get buffer, I get a buffer. I can take one trade, get the buffer, and anything after that is one trade payout. You have to pass in 5 days. How much do I have to make? What counts as a day? Can I flip a micro or is that not allowed? Or it's 5 days and 50% consistency. If there's 50% flipping is allowed, but it's 50% consistency. They have trailing drawdown, but once you get the buffer, it shouldn't matter. What's the difference between eval and funded? Unfunded, you can request payouts. It's 30%. So what's the fastest way to pass the eval? Take profit, you can do 2 days at 1500. You pass in 2 days and you can flip 3. Are you sure? Okay, so you can pass in 2 and flip 3. And then you take one trade, get the buffer. What's the maximum payout? Does anyone know? No, you don't get payout on eval. What's the What's the maximum payout? Does anyone know? There's no max? Someone said 5K. And then once you make 20K, they move you to live? No max? I guess the only hard part then is you just have to pass the eval. The drawdown is intraday. Is it intraday forever? Or until you get buffer? Usually it's just until you get buffer, right? Something's got to give, bro. I think those rules are really good, actually, then. It's good. The thing is, those rules are good, but not for like a beginner. You'd have to be able to afford multiple accounts because it's 5 trading days, right? So you don't want to be like, that's going to be minimum 1 week to pass. Minimum. You know? And then you have to get a buffer. So it's not easy to get payout. But if you can get to that level, that's like best case scenario, right? All right, we're gonna wait for the macro, guys, and that'll be our last. I'm not gonna trust 1030. I'm looking at these low. I want to see a low get taken, and then buy side. So I'm just waiting. Still trading, just waiting till 1050. Now I'm gonna have to wait. I did 1 month, 5 accounts. Yeah, I mean you can definitely do it. I'm just saying, someone who's new, you don't want to take profit first because you have to pay for the more expensive eval, which is harder to pass. And then even if you do pass, it's a little bit harder to get payouts. You ever trade gold? Not really, bro. You're gonna be live. No, I don't go live, but I will tell you guys in the journal. I will tell you guys in the Discord what I'm looking for. I'll tell you guys in the Discord. Alright, we're just waiting until 10:50, 13 minutes. That's when we're gonna find a higher probability trade. On Apex, after you get funded, there's still daily drawdown. No, you don't get paid with eval, brother. You have to get funded first. Yeah, we'll do a Wordle after macro. On Apex, after you get funded, there's still daily drawdown. It's not daily drawdown, it's account, like the account's drawdown, yes. You still have drawdown. You recommend risking lots on eval and trying to pass ASAP if you have a lot of money to go through it. Criteria 1, you have a lot of money. Criteria 2, your trading doesn't get worse when you lose evals. I think for me, when I risk a lot and I lose an eval, it just makes me trade worse. So I'd rather just trade less, pass it in like 2-3 weeks, and just accept it, you know. Do alpha futures pay outside US? Yes, of course. What's a good percentage to risk on funded? 0.5. 0.5 is like the maximum I would recommend to anybody. Personally, I do 0.25. Why are you bullish? Because we're below midnight opening price, deep discount, London low manipulated. We've already had the CISD from London, and we're bullish on the higher time frame. Ten more minutes till the macro. It should deliver, to be honest. At least some sort of run. I anticipate, but I don't expect. But we'll see. We're bearish on the daily. Bro, what? What do you see here, bro? That's bearish on the daily. Like there's nothing bearish about this. 0.5. 0.5 is the maximum. Me personally, I do what's it called? Me personally, I do 0.25. You didn't trade PM. I was looking for it, but the model did not really form cleanly, so I just didn't. You coming back? I'm still trading. Still got the macro 1050. Best thing that can happen, we take a low, shift higher, target the buy side, see if we can get like 1 to 2 R from that. I'm only gonna risk half R if I do take another trade though. Is I bet you YM's going lower right now. No, it's not. We're gonna see speed at 1050 macro, maybe. Who knows? Plus 1.7%. Nice, bro. Been in this long for 40 minutes. Nice. We'll take out this short-term low here. This is really slow price action. But to be honest, it's also kind of one of those days where like, I mean, like really, if you took this long, it should be a reduced risk. When you pass the account, how much you risk? I risk 0.25. You're trading pre-CPI? You mean today or tomorrow before CPI? We didn't even take out the low. We'll just be patient here. Wait till 1050. You go trading London session? Hell no. Gatie? Yo. Day off work and this is the PA. I'm sorry, bro. It's unfortunate. Yeah, not much opportunity here. Hello, bro. New here. Why 1030? Did your model some sort of PO3? I heard you say 1030 yesterday. The key times I look for to execute my model, 930. Every single model I take forms inside the 930 context. The 930 PO3 is and the daily power 3 is the context. Inside that, I'm looking at 10, 1030, and I'm also looking at the 1050 macro. Those are the key times I expect range expansion of the 930 candle. Where do you think this market can draw to if there's major sell side? Midnight open is my target. What time is PM session macro? The first one is 150 to 210, then 250 to 310, and then final hour macros, 4 macros. Do you have to build a buffer for Altus Futures Advanced? You don't have to build a buffer. Like, it's not like a buffer rule, but you need to. The minimum payout is 1,000. Like, technically, yes, you have to make $2,000. Is Alpha Futures eval? I guess you can say it's twice as hard. It's pretty much the same. The only rule is you can't do it in one trade. You have to do it in two. You can't do it in one day. You have to do it in 2 days. But I'd argue it could be easier because low key, there's no live trailing drawdown, and that's quite annoying. In Apex, if you don't pass in like 1 or 2 trades, it's gonna take some time. No, your drawdown will go to 1K. Martino's, it'll go to 1K. But if you make 1K and request 1K, you still have 1K. If you enter off protraction, do you move your stop the next protraction that formed? Yep, exactly, bro. Very simple. Very simple. And I'll even add positions sometimes. It's not gonna be easy to trust a protraction from here. No, I don't trade lunch. Lunch hour is when I make my lunch. Depends how consistent you are, Mac, and how much you risk. If you're gonna risk a lot, I wouldn't copy trade. If you're gonna risk less, then I would copy trade. I copy trade because I risk 0.25. I can afford to lose, you know, $125 on a 50K, for example. Tony, don't be saying some dumb shit like that, bro. Which time frame you mark buy side and sell side? It's not about the time frame. It's about which time the high was put in. What's your model? Power of 3, 930. No daily drawdown means like if you lose a certain amount in one day, they'll close your account. Some firms have it, so like let's say you lose, like my fund of futures has it, I think. In my fund of futures, if you go down a certain amount in one day, they lock you out of trading. It's like a daily loss limit. I mean, this run could deliver to midnight open. Oh, ES is already at midnight open almost. Twenty times 2, 20 times 10 is a 400 risk. 20 micros is a low risk. Midnight open is 21938. Not enough risk reward here for me to take this trade. Like, this is a best case scenario. I won't be able to parcel or anything at this level. It's not even a valid protraction. I can't. It's a rule break if I take this trade. We didn't trade from any low or fair value gap. I mean, I guess we traded back into this fair value gap and respected it, but the rule break. I would argue that that's like, come on, you're not just using that fair value gap. I want to see us. If we can take out these equal lows, that'd be nice. Be a good trade. No, there's no unicorn here. Yes, Wordle after macro. If ES wasn't so high up, this would be a way better trade. No, you wouldn't be withdrawing to maximum loss limit. We're talking about standard, right? On a standard account, you'd still have 1,000 left to work with on a 50K. If you had a 100K, bro, Kevin, if you had a 100K account, standard, you would still have $3,000 left on an advanced. On an advanced, if you withdraw 1,000, you'll only have 1,000 left because in order to withdraw 1,000, you have to make 2,000. Think about it like this, Kevin. Top step is basically the exact same thing as alpha advanced. The only difference is alpha advanced. You can request up to 15,000. That's the only difference. And then the only difference is you need a minimum. You need a minimum of 1,000 on your account. No, sorry. The minimum payout is 1,000, which means you have to make 2,000. So you have to get buffer. Like ideally, not ideally. Like you pretty much have to get a buffer. So think of it as the same as Top Step. It's pretty much Alpha Advanced is the same as Top Step, except you can make up to 15K. That's the only difference. But unless you're getting like consistent payouts, or not necessarily consistent payouts, but if you're trading consistently over a long period of time, then you could go for the advanced. But I really don't see the point, to be honest, unless you're in June right now, and then you don't have to pay activation fee. But if you have to pay the activation fee, it just kind of takes too long. Like really, the advanced account is for people who risk more. You know, like once you get the advanced, you get that buffer, and then you start making a lot of money, right? That's how you would do it. Otherwise, it's going to take some time, which you can take your time with it, but in my opinion, it just makes more sense to use the standard at that point. Short-term low. If we sweep and get closure above inside the macro, I'll take that. I'll take that with half risk. My fund of futures is not bad. I don't have an activation fee. Alpha advanced accounts right now don't have an activation fee. Take profit trader, I believe, does not have an activation fee. I think that's it. Oh, my fund of futures doesn't have an activation fee. So my fund of futures, take profit trader, and alpha futures advanced accounts. But alpha futures advanced accounts is only for June. It's just a promotion. They normally do have an activation, but for June they don't. No, I just market order everything. I want to see this low get taken. Kind of like marrying my bias here, but I don't care. I think I'm gonna stick with it. I'm just not gonna trust any shorts. 1050 macro. Take out the low there. Just could keep going lower. I mean, the equal lows are nice here. See the equal lows. This candle closes bullish. I'll enter long. I like it on ES, I think. I'd only risk half on this. And if this was funded, I probably wouldn't take this trade. But I kind of got to get through these evals. I'm watching ES here. No, it's not good enough. I was watching ES. ES would have formed the protraction there. Probably delivered to midnight. Being patient here. I don't really like what I'm seeing. It just feels like 50-50. We get above this price point, maybe. Bullish for value gap on ES. I'm watching the bullish fair value gap on ES. ES kind of ruined this trade for us. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Because if ES wasn't already ticking out this high, it'd be so easy to long this right now. But if ES starts breaking lower, then probably so will NAS. I think the short here is probably better, to be honest. Oh, there it goes. There's the equal lows. I'm gonna hold and assume there's nothing on the 15, 5 minute. 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing. Pretty much our last idea. If we inverse this for value gap, I'll go long. If not, no trade. That's all. 14 points, 14 times 2. Let's call it 30 points. 30 times 10, that's 300. Let's call it a 10 micro trade. 1 mini on this account, 2 minis. If we close above here, I'm going to enter long as well. So if we get the order block here, if we get the order block or the inversion, I'm going to have to wait one more candle. But I'll enter long. I'll risk half R. Stop at the body. And we'll call it a day after that. We'd have to come back and close above. That's the only way. We'll take a partial at the buy side, leave a runner for midnight, and that'll be the trade. Closure there. So you got the stop there. 11 times 2, 22. 22 times 10, 220. 2 micros, 440. That's a small stop. There's probably a 4 mini trade on this account. Why are we bullish always? I mean, look at the daily chart. I'll wait for 11. I don't mind. I don't mind waiting for 11. See if we put in an SMT here or not. YM already took that low. There we take the low. So we'll see. We're already wrong, which is fine. I mean, nothing wrong with being wrong. This is a protraction model short if you're bearish, yes. If you're bearish, this is a protraction model short. 100% yes. If you're bearish, protraction, this is a protraction model short. I personally will be opting out, but doesn't mean you can't take it. Protraction means a delayed move. Delayed expansion. The reason it's a protraction is because when we retrace, that delay is what sets up the next expansion. And that's why I call it protraction model. What indicator do I use to mark up midnight opening? It's called ICT kill zones and pivots TFO. It's just a name. You can call it whatever. You can call it retracement continuation model. You can call it, I don't know, whatever you want. Looks like the macro primarily printed lower. Yeah, and we just let the call the session there. likely we'll just simply call the session there because I think we don't have the right idea of it going higher right now. I would do the switch. You'd be giving up replays? What do you mean replays? Tradetella has replays too. PM session starts at 10:30. I'm still down to take the first inversion back, to be honest. I kind of believe we can reverse here. Let's see. I'm going to take this. I'm watching it trade down. If it starts going higher, I'll enter. That was very quick. Took out the low, assuming this to be protected. If it starts trading higher, I like it above that inversion. All right, let's risk half, and I'll take this trade. So we lost half R earlier in the day. I'm going to risk another half R. Inside this macro. We took out the low. I'm expecting this low to be protected. And we got strong inversion. Simple trade. What I want to see here is a CISD. That will just confirm to me even more. So we'll see if we get it. I don't need it to take the trade because this is a protraction. Like that we closed above that fair value gap. Okay. Okay, we're back online. I just want to see it come above this body. If we can come above that body, that's good. And I'm aiming for these equal highs of the first partial. As long as we respect this inversion, to me the trade is still valid. Again, I'm only risking half R. We already lost half R on the day. I don't mind risking half R on another idea long. If we get closure above here, I will trail my stop. My last trade, obviously for the morning session. I'll still trade PM. I'll risk 1R in the PM after this, whether it's win or lose. I don't mind. I'll probably just always be trading the PM, so you guys don't have to ask. I'm gonna trail the stop here to 1103 low. 21858. Call it 575. So there's risk reduction. That's your risk management. Call it 57.5. So pretty much risk free. I'm risking 0. I don't know, 0 point something R, less than half R, less than 25% R. So I could add positions, but I'm not going to add positions. I think it's a little bit too aggressive for this price action. I'll simply take 2 off at the highs and leave a runner for midnight, and that's it. I'm going to add on this account because it's actually risked a little bit too low. See if this macro can finish off the buy side run. Should be speeding up, not slowing down now. But I'm really happy with the risk reduction on this trade. We're not risking much anymore. So trading back into that order block, make it even simpler. Trading back potentially. Bullish fair value gap. It inverses this, I might just cut it early. May cut this early, we'll see. Let me get it on my account first. Alright, I'm gonna cut this early. Just gonna take it out, break even. Oh, just a break even trade there. I'm fine with that. It inverses fair value gap. I didn't like that. Let's see if it would have stopped us. I believe our stop was 5.7. ES would have already stopped us, so that's good in that sense. We do have an S&T. I'm not going to re-enter the trade. I'm very happy with the break even there, and it looks like it would have stopped us anyway. So very good trade management. Risk-free trade. Can't complain about that. It's a good thing we didn't scale, otherwise it wouldn't have been a break even. Caught a nice move, predicted it somewhat nicely. Doesn't look like we're going to take out the equal highs right now. In fact, we may even go lower. So that'll terminate the morning session for me. So minus half hour on the day. Very good. Very good. I'll risk. Oh yeah, definitely would. 100% would have stopped me there. So good management by me. I'll journal good management. I'll stay on live stream here for a bit and start journaling. See what TikTok's saying. Probably trolling people. Need that Wordle mental reset? Yeah, I don't mind doing Wordle. We can just do a Wordle before I journal. PM session for 1 hour. Yeah, PM session for 1 hour. You already know. We'll look to trade the PM. See if we can make 1 hour. In which case we'll be up half hour on the day. Not that that matters. Nope, I don't have a video on my 1 hour strategy. There's a FEG. Yeah, I personally don't care. To be honest, if this was good, it would have went. It took out equal highs. It should have sped up right here. I even said it should speed up right here or it's going to probably come down. Did it speed up? No, came down. I said I'll close it if it inverses. That candle came. I took it out break even. Free trade. No, I don't go live in the PM session. I trade it on my phone and I'll post in the Discord what I like to see. All right, let's do a Wordle. Yesterday was a no trade PM session. I posted in the guys. I post everything about PM session in the Discord. It's free. It's a free Discord. Wait, draft is the word? Okay, I thought you were gonna ruin it for me, bro. Tiles. Tiles is a good word. What? Okay, TAXFX. Who got it, bro? Who got it, bro? Who got it? Taffy? Almost a Taffy? That was crazy, bro. You're actually him. You're actually him. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that wasn't me, guys. That was Milan from TikTok chat, bro. This guy said lymph and taffy. Damn. Damn, bro. That was crazy. All right, let's do some journaling. You are him. You are him, my brother. Hard day? Yeah, it was hard, but that's okay. What's your swing trading strategy? I swing trade stocks. I buy discount stocks in a bullish market. What satisfaction would I give myself today? What do you guys think? What satisfaction? I mean, the risk management was really good. We could have been a little bit faster on that first trade, the classic protraction. It's mid. You think I performed mid? I don't think I performed that bad. I could have cut the first trade a little bit earlier when it started showing those signs. But it was good. Risk management was on point. Like my risk management was like a 10. I could have taken that double perch protraction if I was a little bit faster. Like that was an A+ trade, you know? But that's not like my fault. That's just it was super fast, you know? If anything, I should be grateful I didn't FOMO into the trade with bad R because it wouldn't have played out. A++. I wouldn't say A++. I mean, let's go back and reflect what I actually could have done better. Let's go back and reflect what I could have done better. The risk management was flawless. A lot of people probably don't like this trade. I really like this trade because there's a really good chance I get to at least break even, you know? We have equal highs. We got the sell side inversion, protraction, 11 a.m., 10:50 macro. I wouldn't give this trade A+, but only because of consolidation, but that's a really good trade. I would take it every time. And I'm glad I didn't hesitate, so I like that. Where could I have went better? Where's my executions? Where could I have went better? This trade was good too. You know, I guess in hypothetical stance, I could have closed it. Like, there's like minimal things here. I'd probably give myself an 8.5. I could have closed this. because we got a bear CISD after the high. Shouldn't be seeing that. So I guess I could have closed this trade break even as well. So I mean, risk management wasn't perfect, but it was managed well. You know. Mm, trade station. Trade station is good. I'm giving myself 8.5. The only thing is I could have been a little faster on this inversion. Uh, give myself an 8.5. Wait, but yesterday was an 8.5. Was that the same as yesterday? I don't even remember yesterday. Mm, took two really good trades, to be honest. This trade is really good. Re-entry? No, I'm not gonna re-enter. It can go. It can go without me. I'm gonna give myself an 8. I feel like, you know what, 7.5. Let's go 7 point. I'm gonna go 8.5. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7.5. Eval 7.5. Reversal protraction. First trade we only took 2 protraction trades. Put the chat here. Now I'm not gonna re-enter this. It can go without me. Get some executions here. Are you long? No, we got to stop the break even. Okay, trade breakdown 1. Protraction, model long. First presentation. FEG. IFEG entry. Targeting midnight open. Inside the 950 macro. Inside the macro. Was a good trade. Protraction. So second trade with protraction model long. Off short term low sweep. IFEG entry. Targeting buy side and midnight open runner. 1050 macro as well. So good trades. I'll go back and put the daily plan, Tuesday's chart. So executions. And then for reflection, what am I gonna say? First of all, very difficult. Choppy day. Took 2 really good trades, but they did not pan out, and I managed risk really well. Um, Anything else I want to say? I like that I only executed in the macro. I only executed off nice candles. Got good fills. Very good. Very good risk management. I gave myself an 8 out of 10. After reflecting, I'm giving myself 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm happy with 8 out of 10. My daily plan for the day. Cool. So we'll see. I'll probably trade the PM. See how that goes. And that's all journaled. So we're already done with the journal there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I mean, this price action wasn't the best. But I mean, it's pre-CPI. You know, we predicted it could be quite bad. So, nothing crazy. Gaddy, how often do you get a fade? I try to go once a week, sometimes maximum twice. I mean, once every 2 weeks. How many wins or losses? It's half hour today. Are you long? No, I'm not long. Closing trade, early journal. Nice. How's YouTube, man? Bro, just doing any trades today? We took 2 trades, one break even, one smaller loss. Week trade, bro. I went short. Got $200. Yeah, sure, bro. I mean, that was a really good trade, in my opinion. But okay, time to full port tomorrow. Risk was on point. Appreciate you, Easy. You did good. Appreciate you guys. The giveaway. Do you do ship to North Korea? Yes, we'll ship it to North Korea, bro. Bro. Yeah, bro, got it right away. Definitely, yes. Good. Cool. Very nice. Well, appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's CPI should be a little bit more interesting than this. I feel like the market's just holding for CPI at this point. So I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live again tomorrow. Exact same time, do the exact same thing. Keep managing risk. And when we get easier price action, we'll be sure to not be hesitant. Not gonna let the fact that we had I mean, look at the daily candles, right? You can't let the fact we had 2 days like this influence your next trading day, right? So every day we're going in with the same mindset that we're gonna just follow the edge, manage our risk when we can, and whatever happens is out of our control, right? Even if it's an A+ day, I'm gonna manage my risk the exact same, you know. So long as we keep managing, it's totally fine. Risk management will carry. That was really good risk management today. Really, really good risk. Like really happy with my risk management today. So if we can keep managing risk like this, that's like absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. So I'll see you guys live again tomorrow, exact same time. Appreciate you guys coming through. And yeah, take care, family. And I will trade the PM. I'll let you guys know in the journal, in the Discord, for a PM session.